CT scan. What is a CT scan?
CT scanning, or also known as CAT scanning or computed tomography, involves an X-ray tube that turns 360 degrees around a patient. When information is acquired in this fashion, this can be then reconstructed into cross-sectional images of the body.
What is a CT scan used for?
CT scanning is very useful for looking into the body without having to do a physical examination. It allows us a very precise X-ray technique to allow us to look at various internal organs and the bones. It can help us in the diagnosis of infections or cancers.
How long has the CT scan been around?
CT scanning as a diagnostic imaging modality has been around since the early 1970s.
How does a CT scan differ from MRI?
A CT scan differs from an MRI in that CT scanning uses ionizing or X-ray radiation. MRI scanning, on the other hand, doesn't use any ionizing radiation, but requires that a patient be placed in a high-strength magnetic field.
How does a CT scan work?
A CT scan works on the basis of passing an X-ray beam through the body in multiple directions. So when the CT scanning tube spins 360 degrees around the body, it's acquiring information throughout that spin. When that information is then acquired, then the information is reconstructed in a three-dimensional fashion so that all the pieces of information that are acquired are then put together and create pictures where we can see the body as slices.
What are the major benefits of a CT scan?
The major benefits of CT scanning involve our being able to look at the bones, the blood vessels, the soft tissues, as well as the internal organs of the body all at the same time. This can be done very rapidly. Typical modern CT scanners can acquire all the information that's needed in as little as 20 seconds.
Does the radiation involved with CT scans pose a health risk?
CT scanning does involve the use of radiation, X-rays. So there's a potential that there can be a health risk, but CT scans that are performed in modern day equipment is controlled in a fashion that limits the amount of radiation that's emitted.
What can a CT scan detect?
CT scanning, because it looks into the body, can detect anything from fractured bones, cancers that have affected various internal organs, or infections that perhaps could have involved your lungs or other body parts.
Is a CT scan done differently on children?
When CT scans are performed on children, we take particular care to make sure radiation dose is limited. We typically do these with a low-dose technique.